Oke, selamat berjumpa lagi dalam channel YouTube Sekolah Kristen Agape Indah, secara khusus di bagian English Training Center Online Division, di mana kita selama ini sedang membahas skill untuk mengikuti tes TOEFL, structure section. Kita telah menyelesaikan structure section skill 1 sampai dengan skill 5 disertai dengan reviewnya, pengulangan, serta structure section skill 6 yang merupakan skill pertama dari kalimat majemuk complex sentences. So skill 1 to 5 is for single clause sentence, kalimat tunggal. Skill 6 on is about sentences with multiple clauses. We start with sentences with multiple clause that is coordinated clauses in skill 6. Sekarang kita lanjutkan dengan sentences with multiple clauses secara khusus on dependent and independent clause, or in bahasa Indonesia we call it kalimat majemuk bertingkat. Kalimat majemuk yang ada anak dan induk kalimatnya. Oke. Sebelumnya kami ingatkan, silahkan di komen kalau perlu ada yang mungkin kami sampaikan, perbaikan dan lain-lain. Juga like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Now, once again, let's look at sentences with multiple clauses, especially on subordinate and main clause. Kalimat majemuk bertingkat, anak kalimat, dan induk kalimat. Okay. Now, subordinate clause, especially we have three types, three classes of subordinate clause. A subordinate clause on what we call noun clause, klausa nominal, yang berfungsi seperti kata benda. Subordinate clause atau anak kalimat kelompok 2 adalah subordinate clause adjectival subordinate clause. Ya, clause yang berfungsi seperti adjektif. Kita akan bahas nanti di skill 11-12. Clause yang berfungsi sebagai kata benda atau klausa nominal kita akan bahas nanti di skill 9-10. Nah, the third category of subordinate clause is subordinate clause of adverbs, adverbial subordinate clauses. Clause yang menyampaikan keterangan, klausa, tapi seolah-olah seperti kata keterangan yang menyampaikan keterangan waktu, keterangan sebab, keterangan condition atau syarat, keterangan kontras, keterangan manner atau cara, dan keterangan tempat. Ini kita pelajari di skill 8 sekarang ini. skill 7 dan sekarang sebentar setelah skill 7 di skill 8. Kita mulai dengan skill 7. Adverb clause of time and course. Okay, and the connectors. The skill 7, use connectors of time and course adverbs to connect adverb clause to main clause correctly. Yeah. There are two patterns when we have sentences, complex sentences with subordinate clause. We will have two patterns. We always have two patterns. The first pattern is, as in this example, see? Okay. The first one, subject and verbs come first. Like this one. I will sign the check object before you leave. This is the adverb of time with the connector before. Okay, before you leave. In the first example, adverb of time, adverbs dependent clause, anak kalimat, comes after the main clause. Jadi dia anak kalimat ada pada bagian terakhir dari kalimat kompleks. Nah, di pola kedua itu anak kalimat dan konektornya di awal kalimat, like this one. Before you leave, remember to put comma. I will sign the check. Sebelum Anda berangkat, saya akan menandatangani cek. Pola kedua. Oke, dengan penjelasan ada di sini. Silahkan dibaca. Nah, mari kita lihat contohnya dalam soal-soal TOEFL khusus menyangkut structure section. Oke. Nah ini. Blah, blah, blah was late. I missed the appointment. I missed the appointment. I subject missed verb, appointment object of the verbs. Now we have here the beginning of the sentence. We have was late. Was is a verb. Late is keterangan wajib. We have the blank here. We need a connector and a subject for dependent clause. Untuk anak kalimat ini ada dua yang hilang, konektor dan subjeknya. Now, let's look at the option, available option. In A, there is only a subject. We don't really need that one. B, there is only a connector because we don't need it. We need connector and a subject. So C is also not compatible, not true. There is only a noun subject. D is the one we needed because there is a connector, since, and he as a subject. So the correct choice, the best answer is D. Okay. Now, the table here provides connectors that we normally use with adverb of time. Where after, as long as soon as, before, by the time, once, since, until, when, whenever, while. And also the connectors that we use with adverb of course. we have S because in a smart S, now that and since. Pay attention to especially S and since. These two connectors are used both in adverb of time and also in adverb of course. So in adverb of time, we have S here and also since. Okay. And the patterns, as we have learned before, we have studied before, there are two patterns: subject, verb, connectors, and subject, verb. That's the first pattern. No commas. We don't need comma here. And the second pattern is because, connector, subject, verb, subject, verb. We need a comma here. Okay, we need comma. Okay, so the table gives summary of sentence we are studying now. Sentences with multiple clauses, especially the one that have dependent clause expressing adverb of time and adverbs of course. Okay, now let's look at. Oh, we now come to the exercise for skill 7. Exercise 7 for skill 7. Ya, latihan 7 untuk skill 7. Seperti biasa, ada 10 nomor kalimat untuk latihan. Nomor 1 sampai 5 akan kita kerjakan sama-sama. Nomor 6 sampai dengan nomor 10 Anda kerjakan mandiri. Cara kerja seperti biasa, pertama kita lihat ada berapa klausa di dalam setiap kalimat yang ada. Kalau ada 2 klausa atau 3 atau 4, maka pastikan bahwa setiap klausa punya subjek, punya verb, dan punya unsur-unsur wajib lainnya. Dan ada juga konektor yang menghubungkan. Itu dipastikan. Kemudian kita tentukan kalimatnya itu benar, correct. Write down C if the sentence is correct. Or I if the sentence is incorrect. If the sentence is incorrect, explain why the sentence is incorrect. Okay. Now let's do number 1. Number 1, since the bank closes in less than an hour, the deposit needs to be tailed immediately. This sentence is correct because we have connector since here. Since the bank is the subject of the first clause and closes is the verb in less than an hour. Okay. The deposit subject need to be tailed, verb need to be tailed immediately. So the sentence is correct. We have every clause has its core element. Setiap clause punya elemen-elemen wajib dan ada konektor yang menghubungkan. Jadi kalimatnya benar. Kalimat nomor 2. The backgrounds are thoroughly investigated before are admitted to the organization. The background is the subject, are thoroughly investigated, the verb, connector before, and then are admitted. This is the verb of the second clause, but there is no subject of this verb. No subject of the second clause. and therefore this sentence is incorrect. Subject missing. Okay, subject of the second clause is missing. Okay, now let's look at sentence number 3. The citizens are becoming more and more incensed about the traffic accidents whenever the accidents occur at that intersection. The citizens, the subject, are becoming more and more incensed. The verb about traffic accidents. Okay, the first clause is correct. Aman, mantap. Connector whenever, okay. Ada juga connector, mantap. The second clause, the accident subject, and then occur the verb, and this is prepositional phrase of expressing place. Yeah, the sentence is also correct. Number 3. Okay, sentence number 3 is correct. Now let's look at sentence number 4. The ground had been prepared. The seedlings were carefully planted. Okay, something missing. The ground subject had been prepared. Verb. There is nothing as connector here. Connector is missing, connectors missing here. The seedlings subject were carefully planted. Okay. So the sentence is incorrect. The problem is no connector. The connector is missing. Okay, now number 5. Number 5, we can start the conference. We subject can start the conference. Okay, we can start the verb, the conference object. Now that this is the connector. All the participant subject have arrived. For okay, sentence is correct. Right. So that's for number 1 to 5. We have done together. For the sentence number 6 to 10, they are for you to do at home independently at your free time. Okay. Now we move on to skill 8. Okay, while skill 7, we talk about adverbs of time and adverbs of course as dependent clause. Anak kalimat menerangkan waktu dan sebab. In skill 8, we are going to talk about adverbs, other adverbs. Okay, adverbs of condition, syarat, adverb contrast, adverb of manner, and adverb of place. Okay, anak kalimat tentang syarat, kontras. Kontras artinya, condition ini syarat, manner cara, dan place. Di skill 8 kita bicarakan. Skill 7 tadi kita bicarakan waktu dan sebab. Oke, kita lihat. Contoh. Seperti biasa, selagi anak kalimat dalam kalimat secara lengkap, dependent clause, maka kita punya 2 pola. Pola yang normal, subjek, verb, kemudian adverb of, this is the adverb of what? Condition, syarat, if I am ready. Jadi klausa keterangan datang di akhir kalimat. Sementara pola kedua, klausa keterangan di awal kalimat. Although I was late, ini keterangan kontras nih. Although ini kontras, jadi keterangan kontras. Kemudian baru induk kalimatnya mengikuti. I managed to catch the train. Oke, contohnya. Yang berikut kita lihat contoh dalam soal structure, soal TOEFL, khususnya structure. Lihat, you will get a good grade on the exam provided. Oke, perhatikan, we have you as subject, will get is the verb of first clause. So in the first clause, we have subject you, and then the verb will get. Object of the verb is a good grade on the exam. Provided is the connector, right? Therefore, we only need the dependent clause. Oke. Jadi kalimat klausa pertama di kalimat ini sudah ada dengan dia punya konektornya provided. Berarti yang hilang ini adalah anak kalimat. Ya, namanya juga anak kalimat. Kalimat berarti ada subjek dan ada verbnya. Kita lihat A, pilihan A ini tidak ada subjek, langsung studying. B juga tidak ada. C juga malah tidak ada to study. Yang ada itu cuma di D. You sebagai subjek dan study verbnya. Berarti pilihan jawaban yang tepat adalah D. Oke. Nah, kita sekarang langsung masuk ke latihannya. Oh, sebelum latihan kita lihat dulu dia punya konektor. Ada 3 adverbs, 4 malah yang kita pelajari di skill 8 ini. Yaitu adverbs clause expressing condition. Oke, anak kalimat yang menyatakan syarat. Konektornya adalah if, in case, provided, providing, unless, whether. Oke. Ini untuk condition. Adverb expressing condition. Adverb clause expressing condition. Okay, the next is adverb clause expressing contrast. We have such connector as although, even though, while, and whereas. And then we have only 2 connectors for adverbs of manner. Adverb clause of manner. Oke, klausa adverbial tentang cara. Manner ini cara. Cuma 2 konektor yaitu S dan indet. Perhatikan dan ingat baik di skill sebelumnya maupun di skill ini. Ingat konektor-konektor. Konektor untuk setiap jenis adverbs. Adverb of time, place, adverb of contrast, manner, condition. Oke, sehingga tidak salah dipakai. Kita adverbs yang keempat yaitu adverb clause of place. The connectors are where and wherever. Oke, polanya sama. 2 pola. Subject verb, connector subject verb. Atau anak kalimat lebih dulu taruh di depan dengan konektornya. Kemudian subject verb, subject verb. Oke. Ingat harus ada koma kalau pola kedua kita pakai. Oke, kita sekarang langsung maju untuk melakukan latihan 8. Seperti biasa, pertama, lihat identifikasi setiap klausa yang ada di dalam kalimat kompleks harus punya unsur wajib. Subjek, verb, dan kalau ada unsur wajib lain harus muncul. Setiap klausa. Setelah setiap klausa kita pastikan, nah kita maju melihat atau menentukan kalimatnya benar atau salah. If the sentence is correct, write correct, C. If the sentence is incorrect, write I. And then explain why the sentence is incorrect. Okay. There are 10 numbers. Number 1 to number 5, we are going to do it together. And for number 6 to 10, they are for you to do at home at your free time. Okay, do it independently at home at your free time. Now let's look at number 1. Number 1, it is impossible to enter that program. You lack experience as a teacher. Okay. This sentence number 1 is incorrect because there is no connector. Remember, when you have no connector in a sentence, the sentence is not clear. Because, okay, the two clauses are correct. But what kind of relationship between these two sentences, between these two events, it's not clear. Oke, kalau tidak ada penghubung, tidak ada konektor, maka sekalipun anak kalimat dua-duanya benar, klausa dua-duanya benar, tetapi apa hubungan antara klausa pertama dengan klausa kedua? Peristiwa yang diungkapkan tuh hubungannya gimana? Sebab akibat, syarat, kontras, atau apa? Sehingga menjadi masalah. Jadi kalimat satu ini dan juga ini yang saya jelaskan berlaku untuk semua kalimat kompleks sebelumnya ya. Tanpa konektor itu dia membingungkan kalimatnya. Nah kita lihat nomor 1 ini salah. Kita pastikan bahwa nomor 1 itu salah. Nomor 2, the commandant left strict orders about the passes. Several soldiers left the post anyway. Okay. Now, the commandant left strict orders about the passes. Several soldiers left the post anyway. Now, the sentence can be correct. Anyway, here seems to be the connector. Seems to be. But when we look at the table before, we have the table here. We have no anyways here. Anyway, no, not at all. So, yeah. Sentence number 2 is also incorrect, I think. Yeah, incorrect. Missing connector. Okay. Number 3, no one is admitted to the academy unless he or she the education requirement. Okay, no one subject is admitted to the academy. Okay, the first clause is okay, unless the connector, right? He or she the subject, the education requirement, the verb is missing. For the second clause, we have subject he or she here, but no verb. Okay, verb is missing. So it's incorrect. We need verb perhaps fulfill. He or she fulfill or meet, memenuhi education requirement, persyaratan pendidikan. Oke, tidak ada konektor, verb tidak ada. Verb yang kita butuhkan adalah memenuhi syarat. Dalam bahasa Inggris ya meet atau fulfill. Okay, so the sentence is incorrect. Number 4. While most students turn the assignments in on time, a few ask for an extension. Okay. Sentence is correct. While is the connector. This is the second pattern. Anak kalimatnya ada di depan, pola kedua nih. While most students turn the assignment in on time, most students subject turn the assignments in, memasukkan tugas-tugas mereka on time, tepat waktu. A few, sisanya sedikit, ask for an extension. Kalimatnya benar. Oke. Nomor 5. I will take you wherever need to go to complete the registration procedures. Kalimat nomor 5 ini juga salah. Perhatikan kenapa salah. I will take ini I, subjek, will take, verb. Objeknya you. Objek dari verb take ini you. Wherever need. Ini klausa ini perlu wherever you need. Wherever ini konektor. Konektor tadi kita lihat nih. Ini wherever. Place. Oke. Need ada, kita perlu you need di sini subjek. Subject is missing, makanya kalimat ini salah. To go to complete the registration procedure. Oke. Dari nomor 5 ini incorrect. Missing subject. Subject of the second clause is missing. Right. Nah, sekarang sisanya nomor 6 sampai nomor 7. Nomor 6 sampai nomor 10. Silahkan dikerjakan secara mandiri. Dan jangan lupa kalau mau kami lihat hasil pekerjaan Anda silahkan hubungi kami. Dan jangan lupa komen, like, subscribe, and share. Hubungi kami pada nomor ini. Mungkin Anda mau mengikuti kursus TOEFL atau kursus IELTS juga kami layani. Dan atau mungkin mau ikut tes TOEFL, PP Base, silahkan hubungi kami. Oke. Now, saya cukupkan dulu pembelajaran kita kali ini. Nanti kita akan lanjut lagi dengan skill. Kita akan lanjut lagi dengan skill 9 dan seterusnya. Oke, ingat. Subscribe supaya kalau video baru kami upload, Anda diberi notifikasi. Sehingga Anda tidak ketinggalan. Ya.